Welcome to unit number 6. In this unit, we're going to be talking about personal care, and these are the objectives for this unit. First, we're going to learn to talk about patient hygiene. Then we're going to assess activities of daily living, ADLS. We're going to show empathy, and finally, we're going to assess and treat gowns. So, the first topic in this unit is patient hygiene. I want you to observe these conversations. Well, first I have a conversation, and I want you to observe and I want you to identify some of the elements that talk about personal hygiene. So you can check the recording here in the presentation, but I want you to check also the transcript, okay? So in this case, we have an old girl. Well, she's an old woman, and the nurse is helping her to get ready for the visit of her grandchildren. So, for example, it says, do you need help brushing your teeth? I think I can do that by myself. So here's a swab to clean your teeth and a kidney basin in the table, okay, so you can spit on it. Here we have some vocabulary. Let's check the second conversation. Don't forget, people, to check the conversations or the recording in the presentation that is in Blackboard. So, for example, here now we have another woman talking to the nurse, and it says something like for a wash. So we're going to use a washcloth, for example, for the face, and a towel, a big towel for the rest of the body. Okay, so here we have a towel, and brush your hair with a brush, obviously, and a mirror. So what is the vocabulary that we are checking in this unit? Observe. Here we have this Quizlet, and here we have first this image. Okay, so here we have a blanket. Okay, so this is a blanket. Then we have this that we use to brush our hair, and it is also called brush. So the action and the instrument is brush. Then we have this other element that is used for the hair, and in this case we have a comb. Then the following thing that we have here is this that we normally use to protect ourselves from bad odors, and it's a deodorant. Then we have this. We have disposable wipes. We have more things here. We have a dressing gown. Then we have this, that is the hand cream. Okay, I have this image because I got it from the internet, from the app that is Quizlet, but you can use any other, but don't forget that is hand cream. And this is something that we also use. Okay, this, I'm quite sure that you are familiar with this. This is a kidney basin. Then we have, well, this is just an example. We have more things because this is specifically a lipstick and it is part of the makeup. Then we have this, that is a mirror. We have this. I'm quite sure that you are familiar with this because as future nurses, you need to have your hands clean, and not only your hands, but also your nails. So this is a nail brush, okay, the one that you use to specifically clean your nails. Then we have this, that is something that all patients hate to use, and it is a night dress. Then we have this, okay, this is a pajamas. The spelling here is the British one. You can also have the American one, but in this case, we're using a British book. So this is the British pronunciation. The following element that we have here is a razor, okay, that we can use to shave. Then this is easy to understand because we also have this word in Spanish, sorry. So this is shampoo. Then we have this one, that is the shaving cream that normally is useful for using this. Okay, so we have the shaving cream. The following one is a soap. Okay, be careful with the spelling and the pronunciation. This is soap. The following one is the swab. This is mentioned in our previous conversation. Then we have a toothbrush. And obviously, if we have a toothbrush, we need the toothpaste. Then this one is towel. Towel is the big one that we normally use to get our body dry when we take a shower, for example. But also, we can have, I'm going to skip this one. We can also have the small one, okay? The small one that is normally used for the face, and it is a washcloth, okay? So pay attention to the difference. The big one will be towel, and the small one will be the washcloth. The one that I skip, normally it is just to have water there, is a wash bowl. And then, yes, we have got all the vocabulary. You can check this vocabulary in Blackboard. You also have access to this Quizlet in Blackboard, okay? So now, when we are having these hygiene objects that I have just shown you, we have the possibility to classify them into 4 categories. The first one is used for washing. For example, we use the soap for washing. Or we have the grooming. The grooming is the general hygiene. For example, when we comb our hair, or when we brush our hair, or when we use the lipstick, for example. Then, with oral hygiene, is very obvious what we can have. In this case, we can have the toothbrush, the toothpaste, and finally we have the patient clothing, okay? And this is the activity that you need to do in Blackboard, so you need to classify some of these elements, not all of them, but some of these elements need to be classified in these categories: washing, grooming, oral hygiene, and patient clothing. So, are you ready to practice?